So I was literally about to film another video for you guys, and my Forester caught on fire. I didn't have this on camera, unfortunately, but literally the sun visor just caught, and then it's just gone all up through the roof. I've got no idea how that happened. So yeah, my Forester has caught on fire, which is something I never expected to happen, but it has, and that's now something I have to deal with. So in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of what exactly happened, what's going to happen next, that sort of thing. And yeah, may as well start off with what happened. So I was recently nominated for the 5 free/cheap mods Subaru challenge that's been going around on YouTube. I was nominated by DPT, so I was going to film a response video. Now, to shoot the video, I was going to move my car in the backyard, try to position it, get some nice shots of it. And while doing so, I went to the car. I noticed the battery was dead. So first thing I did, put the battery on charge. Once the battery was charged up, everything was good to go. I jumped in the car, and then I realized none of the interior lights were working. I'm like, this is strange. What's going on here? So I checked my fuses. I found that the clock/interior fuse, which is a 15 amp fuse in the engine bay, had blown. So I replaced that with a 15 amp fuse, same as it was before. Started the car, moved it into position for the shot that I wanted to do, and then while I was standing there trying to figure out my wording to do an intro for the video, I heard a big hiss, and next minute the sun visor was literally on fire on the car. So when I noticed that my interior was on fire, I very luckily had my garden hose reel standing right next to me, so I literally just reefed that, ran over the car and started squirting away, and I think I pretty much managed to save the car because it was only alight for a few seconds, and it's done a fair bit of damage to the interior. Now, the fact that the sun visor randomly caught on fire was very, very bizarre to me. So to make it clear to you guys, the key was not in the ignition, it was literally just parked up. And I did replace that fuse probably 20 minutes earlier, which had blown previously. So there was something going on. And upon investigation, it does seem to have come from the wiring loom that goes to the map light, the overhead map light, which is the only source of power when the ignition is turned off. Now, I can only assume that maybe over time the cables have degraded and now there was live wires touching. I don't know. Either way, I'm assuming there was a short in the system, and that seems to be exactly where it started. And that loom runs literally right overhead of the driver's side sun visor. So damage, what's it done? Obviously the wiring loom for the sunroof and for the overhead map lights are no good. The roof liner is completely toast. All the driver's side trim that connects to the roof liner is toast. Not only that, the sun visor is absolutely melted, and bits of plastic from the sun visor drop down onto the steering wheel and onto the seat, which put big holes into my nice leather seats, which means they are also ruined. Not only that, the overhead map light trim is also burnt, and the glass for the sunroof is burnt as well. So overall, I'm lucky I got it to it very quickly. I happened to stand very close to the car when it happened, which means I managed to save the car essentially, because now it's literally only a few interior pieces that need replacing and the car could be back on the road. In saying that though, I've made a decision that this car will no longer continue its legacy. I'm going to deregister the car, and it is not going to see another track in its lifetime. Now, while it would be fairly easy to repair, there are a few reasons that I've decided not to continue with this car. Mainly being there have been quite a lot of maintenance issues. Now I bought the car really cheap with a few issues and I've been sort of working on them over the years, but even so there's still issues I have to fix. I mean, the aircon doesn't work, the air conditioning condenser is absolutely buggered, wheel bearings are buggered, obviously now there's an electrical fault, and even if I did replace that entire wiring loom, it still leaves me doubting the quality of the electrical work in the car. So yes, unfortunately that is the end of this Forester. It's definitely not something I expected, but as this year is throwing so many challenges, I'm just going to take it as a message that I need to move on to something bigger and better. So stay tuned. In the next video I'm going to reveal my new project car, and I'm going to finish off this video with a highlight reel of the old Forester build. Thank you for watching. I will be back, and enjoy this highlight reel.